You think it's a sin to have same-sex marriage?
I mean, I'm confused. Are you asking me as a religious Jew what I think about biblically?
I'm just asking.
Every Christian should be up in arms about this. What Swalwell was doing is he's trying to get him to say that same-sex marriage in our religion is seen as a sin. And he believes that we do not have the right to think that. Mm-hmm. And so this is why I don't understand how any Christian can vote for these Democrats, because they are against religion and they're against our right to practice what our religion states. He was actually testifying about a report alleging that member organizations of the GARM, which is the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, are demonetizing online content based on its political affiliation, generally conservative. So the report accused the founder of GARM of holding anti-democratic views of fundamental American freedoms. And basically, the government then is using them to censor conservative media. And so this is what this hearing was about, but it kind of went off the rails. Representative Swalwell just starts asking, I guess he was trying to get a gotcha moment with Ben Shapiro, and just starts asking him random questions about conservatism. So I guess he was trying to make him look bad, but he actually wound up looking bad himself. And Ben Shapiro, ate his lunch.
Banning same-sex marriage. What about that part?
I am in favor of traditional marriage between a man and a woman, and I'm perfectly fine with anyone having any sort of voluntary sexual arrangement they seek. That's a different thing from whether the government should attach benefits to that personal relationship.
But you think it's a sin to have same-sex marriage?
I mean, I'm confused. Are you asking me as a religious Jew what I think about biblically?
I'm just asking, is it a sin to be gay?
Is it a sin?
Why does it matter?
I mean, how long do we have here? 2 minutes? I mean, if the basic idea is that sexual orientation is up for government regulation, I'm not in favor of the government regulating the private consenting sexual activity of adults. That is a different thing, once again, from whether the government ought to engage in actual benefits for particular sexual arrangements that adults make.
But again, just you to me, is it a sin or not?
From a religious Jewish perspective, orientation is not a sin, but activity is. That's also the same perspective of most major religions, so far as I'm aware.
Okay. What is this? Why are you asking him all of this? It's so bizarre. This is what they do, though. They talk about us conservatives. We want to be in everybody's bedroom. Why is he asking him this stuff?
This was so cringy. I mean, I can't believe that he was asking those questions. And it's almost like, it's very unprofessional, really. I mean, what?
And
he kept going at it. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Is it?
He does not believe. This is what the left is. They don't believe that we as religious people, as faith people, as Bible believing people, or whatever your religion is, if it tells you that same sex is a sin, they don't believe we are allowed to believe that.
Right. Exactly. Because they have because at this point, it's from their perspective, it's a sin to say that homosexual activity is a sin. It's like, you can't say that. It makes you a bad person to say that. But in terms of this hearing, so first of all, those questions were completely not related to the topic of the hearing. So this man was trying to attack Shapiro's character.
His religion.
Character, his religion. Well, he just wanted to tarnish his image and then use that, I guess, in some way to say that he's wrong on the other issue, that was at the actual topic. But that is that's basic debate skills. Like, you don't do that. If you're trying to debate someone, you don't try to tarnish their character because of some irrelevant question.
Because it's not about debating. This is
Right.
ultimately about thought control. And
Right.
therefore, if you even think something that's different than the government, because the government has inserted itself as God, right? So if you think something that the government says is wrong or outside the norms or whatever, then you have committed the ultimate crime.
Absolutely.
Damn murder, right? Damn stealing. You can steal as much as you want, pillage all the stores in California. That's not a problem. But if you even think that you're thinking something that they don't agree with, then you have committed the ultimate crime.
Right. And every Christian should be up in arms about this. And because we need to be clear, what Swalwell was doing is he's trying to get him to say that same-sex marriage in our religion is seen as a sin. And he believes that we do not have the right to think that. And so this is why I don't understand how any Christian can vote for these Democrats, because they are against religion and they're against our right to practice what our religion states for beyond for centuries. This was something that was practiced. They don't like that. They don't like family. Don't like any of it. So this was a very telling interview.
It was weird.
It was very weird. I want to keep going. It's almost over. Take a look at this.
There's more. No.
And just because we found some receipts, you did say, I think homosexual activity is a sin.
Yes, I'm a religious Jew.
Sure, there's a genetic component.
You found me out.
Orientation. But the view of all religious people I know has always been that
You
sexual
outed him.
and that is up to you. And you said, I may have a desire to sleep with many women, but I do not.
I agree with me. Yes, that's true.
Congratulations on your, I'm sure it's very hard to restrain yourself.
This is ridiculous.
Wow. And he was so proud with the poster, like, look what we found.
Look, remember Obama said, I can't remember the year, but he said at one of the conventions that the only thing we all belong to is the government, right? The government is, in the left's perspective, the leftism is the religion and the government is the authority of that particular religion. So anything that goes against that, again, thoughts, whatever, words, even your actions in a sense, and I'm not talking about criminal actions, just your basic actions that you don't believe and want the government to oversee every aspect of your life. It wasn't enough for Ben to answer the questions that really were not even related to this hearing. You have to dig further. You have to, like you said, Jan, attack character, make him look like an idiot when he's not. KJ, I agree. Religious people, they're coming after you too. Whether or not you agree with leftism in particular, if you sit silently by and allow this and don't speak up, they're coming after you. I don't care what religion you practice, right? But in America, they will come after you just because you don't agree and practice their religion. You better wake up and speak up.
Absolutely. All right. Well, and speaking of things